In today's video, I'm gonna speak about one of the projects that I'm most bullish on. In my opinion, this project has potential to be $1 trillion asset. Along with Tensor, this is my biggest conviction. So let's go into it. This project is Hyperliquid. So what is Hyperliquid? What I call the AWS of liquidity. Is a high performance, self-custodial, decentralized exchange, a DEX, built on its own layer 1 blockchain. So it's very fast, very cheap, processes thousands of transactions. So it was designed to merge the speed and efficiency of centralized exchanges with the transparency and security of decentralized finance. So this was a direct response to the market's needs following the 2022 FTX collapse. So it already has 62% of the perpetual DEX open interest, TVL of 2.5, 9 billion daily volume, 98% of the fees goes to buy back the token, 2% gets burned. Performance is insane, 200,000 transactions per second, sub 10 milliseconds latency, very, very fast, and very, very soon, I'm going to speak about in this video, they're going to have the HIP-3, which is an amazing development for Hype. So this was created because of the collapse of FTX and also other exchanges. Hyperliquid tries to solve that by being very transparent, and you don't have the counterparty risk. You own your own cryptos. You don't have the risk of losing your money, because if you have your money on whatever, Binance, Coinbase, and they go to zero, you lose all your funds. With Hyperliquid, you have your own wallet. So this emerged from the collapse of FTX, and because of that, we have Hype. So the team is insane, founded by Harvard classmates Jeff Yan and, let me try to say this, Liang Xik, a quantitative trading veteran. These are some of the best teams I've seen in the crypto space, along with Tao, as experts from Citadel, MIT, Harvard, one of the best. It was self-funded, zero VC investment. They focused on the community first. They had the biggest airdrop launch ever, and they are basically focused on creating an amazing product, which they already have, but they are always focused on improving that. So they have their own layer 1, zero gas transactions for stablecoins and sub-millisecond latency. They have the Hyper EVM layer, Ethereum virtual machine compatible, and this has more than 100 assets that you can trade with leverage. So they have 21 validators, still a bit centralized, but it will, it's starting to grow. I think we're gonna have hundreds and hundreds of validators, but what's most important in this case is performance, and in terms of performance, Hyperliquid is insane, very fast, cheap, and you can scale. So you can trade futures, options. The performance metrics are also insane. The free structure is one of the cheapest. I think it's actually the cheapest exchange that you can trade on. It's very, very secure, non-custodial architecture, and no KYC. That's the main difference between Hyperliquid and other centralized exchanges. There is no need to do KYC to register yourself, and you can still trade. Amazing. I've been trading with Hype for quite a while, and the user experience is really, really good. In terms of adoption, they already have more than 60 applications being built on. They are expanding in terms of users every single day, and they have already some decentralized companies that are already getting massive funding to invest in Hype. One of them is actually, I think, investing 900 million in the next few months. So they already have corporate companies that are interested in buying Hype. In terms of tokenomics, Hyperliquid is really good too. 75% went to the community, 31% for the airdrop, future emissions, the vesting 0, it went to VCs. That's why I really like it. It's not a VC project. Nothing against VCs. I just think these kind of projects tend to last on the long term. And in terms of performance, it's been one of the best performing assets. I'm going to speak about that, show the trading chart for Hype, but it's been one of the best performing assets so far. In terms of revenue, it's pretty insane. So they make more or less between 80 to 100 million revenue per month. If you compare with Solana and Ethereum, which I'm going to show, it's already 5x more than Solana and Ethereum combined. So this is one of the most important things as a crypto project or as a company's revenue. In terms of revenue, Hyperliquid, only below USDT and Circle, the stablecoin issuers, is already top 3. And this project was launched in December of last year. So very, very important. And another thing that will change everything is called HIP3. This will this represents one of the biggest evolutions for Hyperliquid. Instead of having the listings being validated by the validators, you're going to have basically called a Dutch auction that will allow the community to decide which projects are going to be listed on Hyperliquid. So you're going to have to stake 40 million worth of HYPE tokens as a security deposit, but this decentralizes quite a bit Hyperliquid, and I don't think there is anyone else doing this. So big upgrade for HYPE. So you're going to have permissionless market creation. Any builder can now deploy new perpetual markets on Hypercore. You have the security, you have the dynamic auction process, and you have full operator control and incentives. So really big upgrade for HYPE that is coming soon. So new markets launch, HYPE demand. So you have more traders join, more liquidity, revenue increases. It's just, yeah, it's an insane revenue that Hyperliquid has, and it's just starting. If they have 100 million now with the team they have, this is a project that will be doing 1 billion per month in revenue in the next 2 years. So you already have 3 projects. You have Kinit, Limnal, and Venturals. 3 really good projects that are already being built on HYPE and also with HIP3. So Hyperliquid, definitely one of the best projects out there. If you go in terms of revenue, this is also what I wanted to show. You have Tether, Tron, Circle, and Hyperliquid already comes fourth. This was launched in December of last year. So I think this is just will keep growing because the need for a decentralized exchange is big, and you are seeing many other projects now trying to copy the model from Hyperliquid, but Hyperliquid has a first mover advantage. It's already proven they have a really good use cases, good user experience, and the revenue is insane. So it will keep growing, and it's already amazing to see that HYPE did 96 million in the last 30 days. If you look at Ethereum, 12 million, and Solana 5. Of course, if you combine all the other protocols inside of Solana is more, but Solana itself, 5 mil. Also, another important thing is the PE. This is a price to earnings that people speak about when you speak about stock market. In terms of crypto, you don't have actually earnings, you have revenue. So in terms of revenue, Hyperliquid is pretty insane. The market cap is already 11 billion, and they are making more or less, so far they made almost 600 million from January till now. So in terms of PE, it's already insane, one of the best price to earnings crypto projects in the space, and it will continue. So I think Hyperliquid will be doing 1 billion, 5 billion, 10 billion. It will just keep increasing because the need for a project like this is insane. In terms of TVL, is number 10, 2.5 billion. I think this also because of the stablecoin narrative and also because of HIP3, all those kind of things, I think HYPE will definitely have 10 to 100 billion also TVL. Just starting, just to have an idea, this is the price to earnings of the top stock market, top stocks. If you look at Tesla, 200 times. So Tesla is 200 times the price to earnings. So in this case, the market cap, the earnings of Tesla in comparison to the market cap is a 200 times difference. So for some sense, you could say Tesla is overvalued, but you look at Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, all of those are 30 times in a way overvalued compared to the earnings. If you look at HYPE, of course, very different things, 11, which is pretty insane. Now let's look at one of the most important things, the chart. So when you look at Hyperliquid, The price is already around $48. The chart is insane. If you look at the EMA's pretty bullish chart, there is not many other charts in the crypto at the moment other than Bitcoin, Ethereum, Sol that are as good as this. Even this is better than Hype and than Ethereum and Solana. If you look on the daily, you clearly can see that we are in an uptrend, making higher highs and lower highs, and it will keep growing. In my opinion, this has 10 to 50x potential at a 12 billion more or less market cap. I think this will grow to the Ethereum, grow to the market cap of Ethereum. So looks really good for Hyperliquid. And another very, very important thing is Hyperliquid against Bitcoin. So Hyperliquid is making higher highs and lower highs against Bitcoin. There are not many other charts that are doing well against BTC. BTC has been dominating for the last 2-3 years. Bitcoin dominance completely insane, even if at the moment is going down. But chart wise, there is not many other charts that look as good as this. Just absolute dominance from Hype. So looks very good. If there is a drawdown, if it goes down to 38 to 35, even 40s, really good level. I've been buying this since 20s, and I will keep buying, to be honest. I think this will just keep growing. It's one of the few projects in the crypto space that actually makes sense. Majority of projects are either overvalued or a scam, and in this case, Hyperliquid has all the ingredients. Amazing team, revenue. The community is also very, very good. Decentralized, was fairly launched like Bitcoin. So, my opinion, this is a project that will be top 5 in the next 2 to 3 years. So, that's it. Thank you very much.